Hello everybody, welcome back to No Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Yeah, I did some off-screen, grinding to get, Swain's requirements for his, weapon we can get for him. So let's get to that formula, and show it off. We can get the drill screw from the, robot, and I also captured one of those Tin Man robots, I call it Tintin. Anyway, let's, make this weapon for him. Haha, range, yeah, Wayne's second weapon. Now let's go to equip it. Good. Yeah, your characters can get second, their weapons as well. Well, okay, everyone's up to their second weapon. Now let's continue on with the story. Because we can't do any side quests at this moment in time. So, let's see what's happening to the Emperor at this moment. We're skipping to the Emperor. Okay, we're back here at the guards. And to get to the Emperor now, we can go through this door, which was locked in the future. But this door is our way to the Emperor. Okay, I still have to go through this little thing. Jumping. Yeah, too bad we can't get Gaston back with Marcasian. Oh dear.
Oh, the Emperor!
Your Majesty!
Father!
But why? What happened?
Shadar.
It's always him.
Shadar?
Yes, he was here. He came to demand our unconditional surrender.
Huh?
But let it be known, I defied him. I would not bow to that wretch.
No, don't. Don't try to speak.
Gascon.
Huh?
My son.
Wait a second, what?
My beloved son.
Huh?
You really thought I couldn't tell?
Wait a second.
You knew.
Oh, it is true.
Appearance may have changed, but I know my own flesh and blood. What the future holds is a mystery to all men.
And it should always be.
But I know that together, you and Marcasian can, I believe in you, protect the Empire, now and in the future.
I'm sorry, I'm dead.
Father! No! Father! Please! Father! I got to meet you again. And now this. I just wanted to make you proud. And now, this has to happen. Damn it!
Swain.
There's our no. Several days later. I wonder what's taking Swain so long. So we're still stuck in the past? I just can't believe that he's Gaston, the heir to all of Hamlin. My mind's boggled beyond all belief, man. Yeah, it's kind of creepy that he met himself. He should know he met himself now, which is weird. I guess he didn't want us to know, huh? I suppose so. It won't be the same now we know he's a prince. Well, I'm going to act like I don't know. Like you didn't hear that? You were right next to him. Esther I can sort of forgive, but not you. Me too. Unless Swain wants to talk about it, I'm not going to say a word. Yeah, and Marcasian did not overhear that the random old her man was his brother in the future. Oh, you didn't need to worry about me, Mun. I've forgotten all about this in a bit. I can't remember if I wanted to, me. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's forgetting. That's true. You lie about a lot of things that happen to your life. Sorry to keep you waiting. Dwayne. Wait a second. Where did you come from? There's no stairs that way. I suppose it's time to go, but I need to say goodbye to Marcasian first. Alright. It's today that you're leaving, isn't it? Yes, Your Highness. Thank you for everything. No. I should be thanking you. Because of you, I was able to become my father's heir, and soon I will formally inherit his title. Yeah, I bet the people of Hamlin are glad about that and all. I mean, to give them a reason to be, I want them to know that they have nothing to fear from Shadar, and I refuse to let him defeat us. I want Gaston to be able to come back to Hamlin whenever he likes, after all. He's already back. I must keep the Empire safe until he does so. You'll make a fine emperor, Marcasian. Gaston will be proud of you. Sorry about the sirens. I have no control of that. I hope so. He always believed in me, and I shall never stop believing that he will come back. Look at your locket, Ollie boy. It's all glow, Mun. You don't think it must be. Marcasian's belief in his brother must be really strong. Wait a second. He has no belief in our present. So, did we cause this? I'm sorry, Your Highness, there's someone who needs your help. Someone who needs some of the strength that's in your heart. My heart? Whoever are you talking about? Well, you, Your Highness. In the future, I mean. In our time, a piece of your heart is missing. Because of us, maybe. It's kind of confusing. If we are the ones who took his belief, we are the ones who caused it. And then again, for some reason, it doesn't affect... it's confusing, these pieces of the heart. They make no logical sense. My future self? That's right, and we need to share some of your belief with him. Help him get back to normal. My belief? Very well, I can hardly refuse my own future self a piece of my heart. Yeah. Even though this does not make much sense in my mind. Seriously, this makes no sense. Okay, let's take his piece of heart. Wrong one. Oh, I have to talk to him. There you go. Belief. Nice color for belief. Thank you very much, Your Highness. There is no need to thank me. Now, please give that belief to my future self. Before you go, Swain, yes? When you return to your time, please give my regards to my future brother. Why are you giving this request to Swain? I'll be sure to do that, Your Highness. Alright, so Back to the Future is... You know which spell you want, don't you, Ollie boy? Breach time, isn't it? We're sending you back to the future! Sorry, I watch Back to the Future a lot. Roger. Let's go, everybody. To the future. This is the only time we can use Breach Time, since it's a one-time spell. Luckily, it uses no MP.
Okay, all together.
Today, tomorrow, yesterday. Send us safely on our way.
Whoa. Oppose the board! Refuel the controller!
Oliver's gone. They've all gone.
Did we make it? Huh? But we're still in the same place. No way, Mun. That's impossible. I know when a spell works, and that spell worked right and proper. We're back in our time, no doubt about it. Yeah, this place it feels somehow. Swain, we made it back. That's all that matters. Now, isn't this someone we should be helping? Of course. Come on, Oliver. Let's find Marcasian. Sure thing. Let's go give him his belief back. Yeah, we just took his belief to just give it back to him. That's just kind of confusing in my book. Oh, you took off the big armor. Yeah, he's still heartbroken. Of course he is. We caused this to him. Needs his dose of belief. He needs it snappy. Come on, Mun. What his dad would have done. Cease your babbling chatter, fairy. My father died 15 years ago. Do not claim you know his will. So, all that carry on was 15 years ago, was it? And this poor lad's been on his own ever since. That's tragic. Your Highness, we brought you something. A gift. It's from 15 years ago. Well, we got it from you. Anyway, if it's okay, we'd like you to have it back. What did you say? What is the meaning of this? Let's just do it. It's something that makes no sense. Here you go. What is this? This glow? What's happening? What is this warmth that spreads within my breast? Okay, I know we're in the 60s, but okay. What have I been doing? All this time I have been so misguided. It was Shadar, Your Highness. You took the belief from your heart. No, it was us. My heart? My belief? Wait, I believe in people once more. I want to believe in people. It has been so long since I felt this way. Does this mean that you saved me? Was it you who gave me back the capacity to believe? It was, Your Highness. I did promise, didn't I? I promised I come and help you if you were in trouble, wherever you were, no matter how far away. Wherever I see. Ha ha ha. Now I see. You came back. I always knew you would. Thank you. There's really no need to thank me, Your Highness. Your Highness, we need your help. You help us to defeat Shadar. What did you say? You mean to face Shadar? That is impossibly reckless. I am a great sage, and yet Shadar was able to enter my heart and take a piece of it with impunity. That was us! 15 years ago! And yet, I say a sage, just as I was promised. Very well, I shall assist you. Together, we shall defeat the Dark Jinn. Shadar's days are numbered. They sure are. Thank you so much, Your Highness. I knew you would let us down. And that is why you're the Emperor, Marcasian. What happened to Marcasian and Swain's mother?
Well, what are we to make of this? It seems the Savior managed to acquire Mornstar after all.
And somehow managed to travel back to the present. I would have thought that far beyond his meager power.
Indeed. The power to breach time can be used but once in a mortal's life, can it not?
It would seem that he has benefited from yet more assistance.
And that its benefactor possesses formidable powers.
Powers on a par with our own.
This supposed helper of his is no mere dabbler in the magical arts. Such powers recall those of that ancient king without whom our magic wands could not exist. Yes, I speak of my...
But that would be a truly terrifying proposition, if one such as he were to...
Fear not. Should the need arise, I shall take action myself.
Okay.
Your agents? You mean to say...
I do. He cannot hope to defeat me. And I will tell you why.
Wait a second. So... How are they getting this information? Seriously, I want to know how. I know she has a crystal ball and everything, but seriously. Well, at least she knows not one of her own is helping us. Alright, everyone listen. In order to defeat Shadar, we must first break down his defenses. Now, the Dark Djinn is protected by a magical barrier known as the Black Mare. Okay? The Black Marb, whatever it's called. Yes, it's a cloaking magical barrier which no spell can penetrate. Then how the heck do we beat him? Neither Rashad nor Alicia were able to overcome the Black Bar. That is why Shadar is able to defeat them. And with the other great sages incompatible, he was able to delve deep into my own heart and steal a piece of it. How many times do I have to say, we did that? But now, Marcasian, Your Majesty. Come along now, Esther. I once fought alongside you as a child. There is no need for you to use my royal title. The same goes for all of you. Sure, Your Majesty, don't worry, Oliver. I'm sure you'll get used to it. Now, I would dearly love to accompany you on another journey, one where we grow too strong together, strong enough to defeat Shadar. But protecting the Empire has to be my first priority. There is also the small matter of reciting the many mistakes I made while heartbroken. I comfort myself with the knowledge that you now possess a wand that should be able to defeat Shadar without my aid, Oliver. Morstar once belonged to the Wizard King. Well, this is informative. It is said to have the power to overcome any enchantment. That must surely include the Black Bar that protects Shadar. Unfortunately, however, the one you have in your possession is not complete. Of course it's not! Not complete? What are you on about? Morstar's true power is beyond most wizards' comprehension. It is so powerful indeed that the ancient king who created it decided its power should be divided between 3 magical stones. These 3 stones were then sealed away far from the one itself. Why? I'm sure they were super powerful. I guess they do not want them to all fall in the wrong hands at the same time. So we need to find them, right? Yes, but I have an apology to make in that regard. Huh? Why? What have you done? A map detailing the location of the 3 stones was in my possession. I'm afraid, however, that it has been stolen. Of course it has. Stolen? While I was heartbroken, I must confess that I became rather neglectful of the palace's treasures. Books and maps would often disappear. To my shame, I actually observed several such steps and did nothing. That sounds about right. I found it hard to care about anything much when I was heartbroken. You just lost your restraint. Well, this is a bit flipping run. If the thief who pinched the map used it to get a hold of the stones, what do you think he's going to do with them? I do not know. What I do know, however, is the identity of the thief. His name is Kablai. He styled himself King of the Sky Pirates. Pirates? Of course pirates! Kablai? The name people to tangle with. I should have known you two would be thick as Anyway, I don't suppose you know where he is, do you? That's the thing with the Sky Pirates. You never know where they are. They're always moving from hideout to hideout on these giant airships. We have airships here. Seriously? Be that as it may, locating Kablai is still the easiest way for you to recover 3 magical stones. He is very unlikely to cooperate peacefully, however. I had better teach you some new spells, Oliver. Ward. Yeah, that's a good spell. Fuse. We can't use this spell, seriously. Insight. We can't use this spell, no, we can use this spell for a couple things. Sorry about the sirens. You almost certainly be doing a lot of traveling on your search for Kablai. Therefore, let me grant you one last spell. Yes, travel! We can now travel to previous locations. What does it do? Your Marcasian? It instantly transport you to any location you have already visited. While I am unable to accompany you on your travels, I can at least take you to them past more comfortably. That's great, and it means we can come and see you anytime we like, Marcasian. Indeed, be sure to use it to return to some of the other places you have visited your journey and find out what has changed. If you visit the Temple of Trials, for example, you will now be able to take part in the Colosseum series. That's the Colosseum battles. We can participate. We'll do that later when I feel ready. Organized by my old teacher Solomon. So he was there. Oh wow, I almost completely forgot about Solomon and the Temple of Trials. Our first priority, though, is to find Kablai, King of the Sky Pirates. Come on, Oliver. The next chapter of our adventure starts here. It sure does. Let's go. Well, now that we have travel, let's travel to the Deep Dark Woods, because we have some more stuff to do with Old Father Oak. Hey, Old Father Oak, we're back. Let's tell you what you have to say after our travel throughout time and space. Hello, Old Father Oak. Oh, here you are again. How nice it is to see you, young man. And how are you faring on your adventure? Tell me all about it. Ooh, so you have been to Hamlin, and not only there, but to the past also. You have traveled far, little one. When I was sapping, I visited Altamia myself. But in those days, Hamlin was no great city. It could hardly ever been called a village. Huh? You mean you were once a traveler like us, Old Father? How? You're a tree! Indeed I was. It must be, centuries ago now. But the telling stone I still remember it fondly. Lively, not even I knew that. Well, it has been many years since I spoke of it. But the tale of our travels is an important part of the Wizard's Companion. Would you like to read it? This is another story we are given. Well, we can't exactly say no, can we? I do apologize. It was talking of the travels. It makes me nostalgic. Don't worry, Old Father Oak. We'll keep coming here and telling you our stories. Very kind of you. And hoping your story to continue is the least I can do. Thank you for that. I look forward to hearing the next chapter of your tale. Okay, let's read that story. Okay, where are you? Okay, not there, not there. Not there. Here you are. The Tree and the Stone. The greatest tree in the Deep Dark Wood. The Deep Dark Wood is a dense green forest located in the northern part of the continent known as the Summerlands. Though there are some beautiful crystal clear waterfalls and other sights to admire interest, travelers mainly flock to the Deep Dark Wood on account of a great tree known as Old Father Oak. Princes and paupers alike have long visited this tree in the hope of gaining some understanding from him, for Old Father Oak's great wisdom and benevolence have led men to consider him the world's elder. There is no such title officially exists. The young tree's journey. There was nothing unusual about the tree that became known as Old Father Oak when his first green sprouts emerged from the ground many centuries ago. The tree grew as all trees grew, year on year, his branches reaching upwards in search of sunlight and his roots thrusting downwards in search of water. One day, when he was still but a young sapling, he was dug up by a group of humans, and a large stone was placed beneath him, just below his roots, and he was then replanted on top of the stone, and the hole around him refilled with soil. And the humans recited an incarnation, and drew a rune, and then the ceremony was over. Retreated from retrieved from the forest. Now, the presence of the stone made life difficult for the young tree. No matter how hard he tried to stretch his roots, the stone meant that they simply could not reach any farther into the ground. After several days of trying, the tree was about to give up when all of a sudden the stone started speaking to him. Tell me, what can you see from up there? Pray tell me what you can see, for I am no ordinary rock. One day I shall be a magical stone, a great and very important one. The tree was very surprised to hear the stone talking to him so casually and not a little bit. I would be too if I was a tree. Wait a second. How is a tree thinking? And why should I tell you anything? You do nothing but get in the way of my roots. The tree uttered these words, much to his own surprise, for he was never able to speak before, or think. And so the stone began explaining the situation to the tree. It appears that in order for the stone to become a magic stone, he had to be placed beneath the roots of a tree and enchanted in a special ceremony. And so, as the tree grew older and wiser, he would impart some of his wisdom into the stone and allow the stone's own magical power to develop. The tree's ability to talk was simply one of the things he had learned as he had grown, and the stone had learned this from the tree. Really? That makes sort of no sense. Sorry about the sirens. Armed with this newfound talent, the tree began talking to the birds and the fairies and the other forest creatures, and upon hearing their tales of the outside world, developed an insatiable desire to travel, to leave the spot to which he was rooted, and so he began pulling at his roots until cracks appeared on the ground. He kept pulling day after day, unable to stop or be stopped until eventually the inevitable happened, and with a great cracking sound, the tree wrenched himself and his short round roots out of the ground altogether. It was at this moment that the young tree discovered that he knew how to walk, and so resolved to leave the deep dark wood immediately and make for the pastures new. The stone felt very sad to see his only friend in the world prepared to leave, and said, "Promise that you will come back and see me sometime. Won't you, young tree? I should like nothing more than to hear all of about your troubles. Of course, I shall come back to see you, I promise." And so the tree set off on his journey. He felt sorry for the stone, who would now never become the magic stone he so wanted to be. But he knew that he had to follow his own dreams. The young tree's journey allowed him to acquire great wisdom. Every time he encountered perils or monsters, he would simply stand stock still and pretend to be an ordinary tree. Should a predator come sniffing, the young tree would wait until it was very close before rustling his branches violently, giving the creature a terrible fright and sending it struggling away in fear. The promise to the stone. The tree's journey continued through the storms and blizzards, into dark black caves and across deep blue oceans. On the way, he would sometimes meet other trees on their journeys of their own. Most of the trees he encountered had also been chosen as location for burying magical stones, and they too had left their stones behind and set out on their own adventures. He also encountered trees that were broken or withered, having become lost in the desert, or trapped in great snowfalls. One day, several months into his journey, the young tree realized that he was becoming more and more difficult for him to move. No matter how much fresh water he drank, or how pleasant the sun felt among his leaves, he was becoming slower and slower. This must be what happened to all those dead trees I saw, the tree thought, and that's what's going to happen to me. Suddenly, the tree remembered the promise he made to the stone back in the deep dark wood. He promised to return to the forest and tell the stone all about his travels. The young tree had not visited the stone once since that day. Indeed, he completely forgotten about him. I shall go back, he thought. I shall return and speak to the stone, while I still have strength enough to move. And so the tree set off home, back to the deep dark woods. The tree's roots were dragged behind him all the way, trying to get him to stop. But the tree ignored them, and eventually made his way back to the forest where he first sprouted from the ground. You know what? I'm just trying to imagine what people think when they see a random tree walking by. The sight of his old stone companion, however, gave him a real shock. Having failed to become magical, the stone had been mistaken for an ordinary rock, and most of them had been chipped off and carried away to make tools and other objects. Only a tiny piece of him remained. Undeterred, the young tree proceeded to recount all his travel tale of stories, and the little stone listened to every one in silent wonder. What happened next? When the tree finished telling the stone the last of his tales, he thought to himself, "Now I have fulfilled my promise to the stone. I shall not mind if I wither and die where I stand." Curiously, however, the tree noticed that he was feeling a little healthier than he had for a long while. It turned out that much of the stone's ability to talk had come from the tree. The tree's ability to walk had come from being near the stone, and he spent more and more time away from the stone. The tree had started to lose his power. He now understood that the unfortunate dead trees on their travels had lost the power of movement on account of neglecting to visit their stone companions. The tiny stone and the tree, who was no longer very young, formed a firm alliance and became inseparable friends. Indeed, the tree placed the stone into a hollow in his trunk, allowing him to share all his knowledge and wisdom. The two would occasionally go on journeys together, acquiring even greater experience and wisdom. For it turned out that while the stone had not become magical during the tree's long absence, he had become incredibly knowledgeable. As the years went by, the tree and the stone gained a pure repute for their surpassing wisdom, becoming known as Old Father Oak and the Telling Stone, respectively. Indeed, to this day, travelers still venture into the deep dark woods seeking advice from this most unlikely pairing of tree and stone. And so ends this branch of the story of Old Father Oak and the Telling Stone. That was a very good origin story for Old Father Oak. Sorry that took a while, but it's important for backstory purposes. But we'll be ending this video for here today. We'll see you next time at Ding Dong Dell, because there are side quests available now since we have travel. So see you there. Good day. Bye.